Hello, patrons of OnStage Playhouse and fans. Happy Easter, happy Passover, happy Sunday. Whichever one of those things resonates the most with you, grab it, put it in your pocket, and know that it comes from my heart. I'm here today to announce the 5th show of next season at OnStage Playhouse, and I'm very excited about it as always. Before I get to that, I have to do the things that I despise. I have to ask you for money, give me money, give me money, 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 money. I have to thank the people who gave me money. I forgot the last time I recorded this. You could see this bald spot on the side of my head. That's why I redid it. It's still there. Anyways, I'll try not to bend my head down. So some people gave some very generous donations this past week from the last video, and I want them to know how insanely grateful we are for them. Their names are Stuart, Ava, Elizabeth, and Roy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're helping us get through a tumultuous time, and you have no idea how grateful we are for you. So there you go. If you want to hear your name on the next video, which will be earlier next week, go to onstageplayhouse.org, hit the donation button, or send a paper check to 291 3rd Avenue, Chula Vista, California, 91910. All right, all that garbage is out of the way. Also, our 3rd episode of Q to Q, hosted by the insanely talented Emmy-winning Solomon Maya, who doesn't know that by now, and his 3rd subject is the equally insanely talented Emmy-winning Pat Larner. So I'm sure if you know anything about arts and culture in San Diego, you know who she is. I can't wait for you to hear her interview. I'm sure it's great. Anyways, all right, so then our 4th version, not version because it's the same thing, but it's a 4th episode, James, get with it. The 4th episode will be coming in about 2 weeks. The subject of that will be the also insanely talented, not an Emmy winner yet, she might be, Wendy Waddell. You got to see her on stage at OnStage this past season in Carrie the Musical. She played the mother. She was wickedly, insanely scary and lovely. And you'll be seeing her next season in Admissions, directed by me. 2 completely different performances. Can't wait for you to see the versatility of Miss Wendy Waddell. All right, 5th show of the next season. That's what I'm here for. I don't have a fun little prop this time. Don't know where it is. It's not in this apartment because this apartment is meticulously clean. I'll tell you that. I must have left it at the theater, or it's blew out of a window. I don't know. Or a pigeon stole it. Something happened to it. Anyways, people say to me, James, you always do serious stuff. Why are you so serious? Blah, 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 blah. Don't you want people to laugh? Of course I want people to laugh. I'm just not really good at that. I'm good at making people cry and getting pissed off about politics and things like that. That's what makes me happy. Anyways, as an artistic director, I have to serve a more versatile plate. So I took advice from people. And I was like, comedies, comedian writers. Oh my gosh, it's a totally different world for me. Let me go back to my roots. Let me go back to the first people I learned about. Neil Simon, Woody Allen. Get out of here. You have your money. We got to give it to new people, or at least newer people. So my goal in the future is brand new plays with young playwrights. Unfortunately, this playwright's not that young, but it's my first time venturing back into this comedy thing. And so I went back to my brain when I was in high school, and I remembered David Ives, and I remembered Christopher Durang. So I Googled them, and lo and behold, Christopher Durang had just written a new play in 2018. You might know Mr. Durang's previous works. Most recently, Vanya, Sonia, Masha, and Spike. There was a beautiful performance of it at Coronado Playhouse, as well as an equally beautiful performance at Scripps Ranch Theater, so maybe you got a chance to see that. I was introduced to him by this insanely funny play called Sister Mary Ignatius Explains It All to You, for you. She explains it all for you. That's the title, not to you, for you. And a lot of people know Beyond Therapy, which is one of his works as well. So I ordered this play, his newest play, and it came in the mail, and I opened it, and I read it, and I thought it was absolutely hysterical, as well as thought-provoking, which I love. I love thought-provoking, and now with this added hysteria to it, I think it's the perfect type of comedy to have at OnStage Playhouse. So the title of the 5th show of next season is Turning Off the Morning News. It is written by Christopher Durang. It will run from April 9th to May 2nd, and it is directed by you guys, he's like one of the kindest people in the entire world. His name is Adam Parker. I met Mr. Parker many, many moons ago when he cast me in a Nikki Silver play. Not the role that I wanted, but the role that I was supposed to have. And it was a great experience. I then saw his work directing Sam Shepard's Curse of the Starving Class, which is not an easy play, and he did a wonderful job with that. He recently directed a piece alongside me, not the same piece, a different piece, out at Scripps Ranch Theater. They do an Out on a Limb festival that I've been lucky enough to be a part of for a couple years, and Mr. Parker was a part of that. But he'd been on a hiatus for a while, so most recently he was just in New York City, and he was working with La Mama Theater, and he was part of their revival of Trojan Women, and he also took like a director's lab, blah, blah, blah. He sent me this really long thing. I didn't really, there's that bald spot. Jeez. I didn't really read it all. It was really long. Sorry, Adam. But I do know that that's where he's been. And I want you to also know why I invited Mr. Adam Parker into our house at OSP, because Mr. Parker is one of the most gracious and giving individuals I know. He's beautiful inside and out. Mr. Parker collected plays. I think 2 Christmases ago, we all got an email if he had any plays to come put them on his porch, because he was taking them to Donovan State Prison so arts and culture could help rehabilitate people. That's amazing. There's a fox. Did you guys see the fox? Madonna, she was tired. She needed a rest, so there's a fox there now. It's cute. I was supposed to give him to my friend's son, and I never mailed it, so now he lives here. Anyways, Mr. Parker also very, 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 very recently has been doing his part at the border. He's been doing his part and my part and a lot of other people's parts, helping the migrant situation, helping the refugee shelters. He's been raising money for them, and he's been exposing those very, very unfortunate souls that make my heart hurt, their current situation, to art. He's like Florence Nightingale, I think that's a reference. Like, she was a great person that helped people. Or Molly Pitcher. Was that Molly Pitcher? Red Cross? I don't know. That's some 8th grade history that's probably wrong. But anyways, he's fabulous. He's amazing. He's my neighbor. He lives down the street. I cannot wait for him to direct Turning Off the Morning News. What's Turning Off the Morning News about? Gosh, you were rambling forever. Okay. Turning Off the Morning News. Here's a synopsis. I like to say sigh, like it's more than one, but it's only one, so it's really synopsis. Cliff and Selena are happily living a nice, normal life in the suburbs, but their neighbors, Jimmy and Polly, threaten to disrupt their domestic bliss. They're sometimes a little strange and sometimes completely unhinged. What a great word. I hope people describe me as unhinged. It would be so good. Equally unnerving and delightful, Turning Off the Morning News takes a hilarious aim at the absurdity of our modern world. Here is a little bit of a review from the Philadelphia Magazine in 2018. A brilliantly acerbic absurdist comedy. Durang's mastery of the saber-edged one-liner is in top form. The writing keeps us laughing so hard that it's easy not to notice the seriousness beneath Turning Off the Morning News. Here's the best part. But make no mistake, this is one ballsy little play. It is one ballsy little play, and it's going to be produced by one ballsy little playhouse in Chula Vista, California, that I'm the artistic director of, and I'm so very excited. So I'm going to go because I'm almost clicking 9 minutes, and I've been told that's bad. You can't go any more than 9 minutes. I'm supposed to go 3 minutes. I don't care. I have nothing else to do. I'm going insane. I hope you enjoyed your Sunday. If you celebrated any type of holiday, I hope it was beautiful. If you didn't, I hope it was relaxing and calm. Really quick, I'm into 9 minutes. I have been exposed to some new art and culture while I've been in this quarantine. There's 2 musical groups. One is a solo artist. His name is Leon Bridges. Check him out. The other is the Black Pumas. Check them out. I believe in my heart of hearts, if my dad was still with us, those 2 artists would be coming out of his transistor radio in the garage while he was greasing, oiling, or fixing something, because that's what he did all the time. And that makes me happy. Also, I checked out Unorthodox on Netflix. Give it a whirl. Wonderfully acted, like insanely active, and taught me a bunch of stuff about the Hasidic Jew sect. I hope that's the right word to say. I apologize if it wasn't. Also, a documentary called Wild Wild Country. Check it out. If you know anything about the subject matter of Wild Wild Country, talk to me about it. I want to learn more. Anyways, oh my God, it's 10 minutes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. We will see you at OnStage Playhouse very soon. Happy spring!